How you doing? I'm making another video. My videos that I make are unedited, completely unedited, and I don't know. Maybe I should start editing them out. Because I know that many times I don't speak very clearly, and sometimes my words may sound a little muttered because maybe I don't do a voice warm up or something like that, and it just kind of like gets all. I want to make sure I'm just staring at the right place. Thank you very much. Um, Not to mention when you're doing a selfie sort of video, sort of video. That doesn't make any sense. A selfie, whatever. A selfie sort of video. What did I say before? Selfie sorta. Okay, selfie sorta. We'll go with that one. Okay, that's our new thing now. Sorta. And many times when I watch my videos, I notice that I say a lot of ands and a lot of ums, and so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying just to speak very diligently, and I'm trying to have more, I would say, more topic, sort of like grounded, sort of like, let's see. I'm trying to be more solidified. Like, in other words, like, choose a topic, stay on the topic, and try to be as knowledgeable as I can on that topic. So, on the topic today that I want to discuss, I just want to share I just said an right there. The things I'm trying to avoid and I keep on doing anyway. On that subject of trying to just stay focused on talking about one singular aspect. How about that? I want to just say, well, I don't think that no one loves getting sick. I certainly don't love getting sick. Maybe when I was a kid, when I was 7 years old, and I didn't want to go to kindergarten or the first grade or whatever grade I was in at that time, I used to like to get sick because then I could stay home. And I hated to go to school when I was a kid. Hated it so much. I think it was because I was a slow learner, and many of the kids made fun of me, and that's why I didn't like going. But that's for another video. Like I said, let me stay on the topic at hand. The purpose for this video here is yes, being sick with a cold. I have just gotten over one of the worst colds I've had in a long time. And like I said, although I despise getting sick, I don't like to get sick at all. I absolutely, that's where we need the editing. I absolutely love to recover from my cold. And I will tell you the reason why. I'm sitting here in the cemetery, and a lot of these tombstones, grave markings, a lot of them are from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. And, well, that goes to show one very simple thing, that in those probably through that period, probably through that 300-year period, a lot of life expectancy just wasn't very long at all. I mean, I think it probably, after the Industrial Revolution, I mean, life expectancy was probably like, if you lived till you were like 50, you were like an old person. And yeah, I would be like a senior citizen right now. I would probably be in a rest home if I was like in the living back in the 1910s right now. They would probably I'd be like walking like with a strut in my stride and everything like that. People, they would say, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 50 years old." And they would be like, "Oh my God, let's get this guy a nurse." You know, they would be surrounding you and making sure, taking your temperature and making sure you had the best of care and putting blankets on you and so forth and everything else. And but yeah, it just goes to show they had a lot of, back in those days, so many diseases were rampant, like typhoid fever, and not to mention so many other ones. Um, what's the one? Cholera. Yeah, cholera. Yeah, just a lot of diseases, like, you know, back in the day, where there was no medical technology to exact them. There just wasn't. It just didn't exist. And the reason why I appreciate getting well from an illness is because through, you know, in the middle of being sick, when you're like 3 or 4 days in a row with a fever, and your head is hurting and your throat is hurting, you can barely talk, you feel very bad and your spirits are so down and you're pretty upset emotionally. At least I am anyway. And now that I'm like coming out of it, it's just like a newfound appreciation of just life itself. And it's beautiful, you know? And so that's why I just want to make this video here. My point is I think that many people in this world, not just Americans, but many people, we take good health for granted. You know, we like to party a lot. We like to abuse our bodies. And, you know, there's people that have diseases that they didn't ask for that. You know, just a few days ago, some people that I knew from Pennsylvania buried a child that couldn't have been more than 8 or 9 years old, maybe younger. Kid had cancer. And it was so sad. I'm kind of like, just the thought of it just makes me emotional, because it's just like, you know, that kid didn't really do anything to get that, to deserve that. And it's just like, you know, you think to yourself, it's like, you know, I didn't even know this child, and I'm pissed, because it's not fair. It's not fair. Why does life happen like that? And I don't have an answer for it. And I don't think that none of us do. And I still believe in God, no matter what. But I can't understand the will of it, man. You know. And you know, I guess it's something that you don't really, like sit and fester too long about it, because maybe if you do, you just become an angry, bitter person. But I tell you what I like to think that I want to try to do is let that inspire me to live life and appreciate my life, and just really make the best of it as much as possible, because life is a gift. That, and especially, life is a gift. It's a gift. I mean, if you think about it, we're a spiritual life force inside of a body. Without the spirit inside this body, it's nothing but just flesh and bones and organs. It's an organic life matter. That's it. Like if there's a car sitting parked on the side of the road, that car might have the capacity to run, but it's not sleeping. It's just sitting there. There's no driving force behind it. A human being gets inside that car and drives it. Now it's got a life force inside of it. Now the car becomes sort of something of a life force. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's beautiful. It's terrifying. Life is just terrifying and beautiful at the same time. I guess that's what my point is here. And as this video is going over 11 minutes and 17, 18 seconds and counting, I guess I just want to kind of wrap it up by saying, like, yeah, wow, I appreciate, now my eyes are bloodshot because I was about ready to cry. I reappreciate my life for the 100th and probably maybe for the 570th time. And I'm sure somewhere in a few months, I hope not, but I'm sure that maybe I might do something dumb and foolish to take for granted my good health. But let's hope I don't. Let's hope with these newfound things that I have taken on in life, that I'm going to appreciate my life and respect my health. And, you know, I don't have hardly any followers on my Facebook page, and I don't care if I do. I just make these videos mainly for me, which is kind of cool because, you know, if maybe one or two people besides myself in the world are going to watch them, you know, the world's just not gonna give a rat's hoot about anything, you know. So I guess right now, I mean, I'm not really I'm not looking to be a famous YouTuber. I'm just not. And got a little distracted by some people. Wow, this video's long. Anyway, these videos that I make, you know, I don't know if I'll have them up there for a long time. But I'm just mainly making them just to kind of really, just to sort of find myself, I guess. And it's kind of cool that no one really, you know, watches them. Maybe one or two people, who knows? What else do I got? Nothing much. Hopefully this will be resourceful, helpful, and bring about new, good, healthy habits to come in this year. Take care.